16 years, I thought for sure that I was doing a very good job working with children. But, and maybe you guys experience this too, but when we had our own, my whole attitude and philosophy changed. And to me, it made me a better educator. I tried to put myself in every child's shoes, every parent's shoes, when making a decision as a person. And you know, I've cut down on mistakes. Just amazing. That at one time I thought I was really good, but I really was not. I was sort of average, and I may be still average now, but I feel better about the decisions I make. And it all comes down to having children of your own. Because realistically, my kids could be in my school because they're adopted. And my kids are not white kids, they're mixed kids. Their mother was white and their daddy was, think, Hispanic. We don't know that. I mean, nobody knows. But they're beautiful. Man, they're beautiful kids. You just say that because they're yours. No, they really are good looking kids. But we're excited about it, and both my wife and I, we enjoy what we do. We wouldn't do anything any differently. And my son will be with me next year at Waycross Middle as a sixth grader. I'm looking forward to it. He's ready to hang it. But that's okay. That's who we are. Well, Dixon, you're going to talk to us about Lighthouse. What makes you an authority on Lighthouse? We're not. We've just been through the process, okay? And we want to share with you some of the successes that we've had in the past 5 years.
We have approximately 600 students at the school. We're almost equal African American and Caucasian, 46 and 43%. Obviously, that adds up to 89%. We do have a small pocket of Hispanic kids, 19, I believe. We have some kids that are multiracial. We have a few that claim Asian, and that makes up that other 11% that's missing. Our socioeconomic disadvantage group is 67%, and students with disabilities is 16%. How does that compare to schools, to any of your schools?
The schools that we talked with earlier today have been like 99% black and 99% SED. Are you in that same boat?
No, that's where's the credit?
That's similar, but I mean, we have a mixture. We're about half free and reduced lunch.
What about
You're better off than as far as socioeconomically. Your children have more.
We're about twice the size of your school.
Okay.
What about subgroups?
We have them all. We have a Hispanic subgroup, about 23%. We have ELL, about 5%. Our students with disabilities is about 10%. Caucasian, I think, is about 38%. African American, about 35%. Multiracial, Asian. We don't have quite a subgroup in Asian yet. We're getting there. Yeah, the student with disabilities is about 10%.
So you guys are really diverse. I mean, really.
Somebody say 90% reproduce. Somebody say 90%.
Right, the majority of schools, yeah.
More than 90%.
The majority of our middle schools probably are more than 90%. We just have a couple outliers.
Okay. We're about 90%.
This,
I'm going to say 35, 38% free and reduced lunch.
Yeah, they're very similar to you all.
this is where we are. This is just give you something to compare with, you know, and what we're sort of relate to what we're talking about. We feel like we need, if you're like me, when I go in and listen to somebody, the first thing I do when I get back is I check out their stuff. I want to know, they're talking a big game, but can they back it up with their numbers? Now, I don't necessarily agree with the one-shot testing we do. I'm not advocating that at all, but it is the rules that we play by. So that's the only thing I have to look at. Now, if I listen to you speak at a conference and you're talking like you really know, then I want to know, can you back it up? So I go back to your website and look. Well, I'm sure you don't have to go back. I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm going to show you, and we're quite proud of this. This is nothing that I've done. It's just have a great group of teachers, and you know Any other principals in the room? You know, you're only as good as your people. And if you don't have good people, you can forget it. If you don't have a good principal, you can forget it. It ain't happening. Everybody's got to work together. But this is, I want to share with you what we've been able to accomplish. This is, our numbers came out Sunday. Saturday night, they had a maintenance deal and they loaded them up, and then Monday morning, or Sunday morning, here they are. Now, of course, these will change some, but there's 2011. There's our subgroups, there's reading, there's math. Our games, this is the amount of games we've had since we've sort of been there as captain of the ship, so to speak. This was the year prior to the hospital takeover. Not really, I was an AP. And I was there, it was a good school. Randy Yarns, the guy, my predecessor, was a great principal, and we had no cultural issues. We had no, I mean, it was just, everybody got along with it. And we were real fortunate, because I'd been in other schools and it wasn't this good. In fact, I tell these teachers all the time, it's like Sonia's never been anywhere else. I said, you just don't know how good you have it. They don't, because they've never been anywhere else to see that there are some issues out there. But look here at our numbers, and maybe I'm bragging. All right, so what? I mean, I'm proud of these numbers. Our teachers have done a great job. 11.7% gain in math all, black 17.3% gain, white 5.5% gain. Students with disabilities gain. Look at this. Is that not awesome?
That's incredible.
87.2. I asked Sonia, I said, Sonia, can we find out if anybody beat us in the state? And I don't know, is there a way to look? I've never seen one that high. I've looked at a lot of schools. That's just phenomenal. Can I share you this little story? You see how we were sort of getting better, getting better, getting better, getting better. Food in the back seat right here. Let me tell you what happened. Our central office, they had a better plan for us. You've never been a part of that, have you? They come in and said, hey, this is what you need to do. And of course, you know, us as principal being in middle management, we did it. We made it happen. And we were in it with fidelity, did it 100%. And at the end of the year, see what it cost us? About 10%. So we threw it out this year, went back to what our teachers, what is it? You want to know what it is? We were relying on the computer too much instead of that teacher doing her thing or his thing. And when we went back to the classroom teacher getting it done, not only did we surpass 69, we were right at 87, somewhere around 87. So that's what good teaching. We're co-teaching, by the way. 100%. We plan together. We work together all day long. We don't share them with another teacher. We teach one content all day. So we were real proud of that. SCD, we've gone from 67 to 84. So you can see good gain here. Okay, look at this. This is important to us. We talk about this constantly. We have those matter-of-fact conversations. Look at the gap between the black and white. And why do I do black and white versus the others? Because we're 50% black and 50% white. You just as well say we're not exactly, but close enough to say that. But look right here at the gap. 73, 83, what's that, 24? Approximately 24% gap before we took over. Look where we are now. See the difference? Are we happy? Yeah, we're happy. Are we satisfied? No. We're not. Not yet. Look over here. Look right here. Look right there. Look where it was. Look where it's at. It's all about attitude. It's all about relationships. If those kids love you, they will do anything you ask of them, they will do. But this is sort of where we're coming from. 97%, 96.1, 98, 86, 95.9. So obviously the teachers are doing a lot of good things, and they're doing it right. So that's real positive for us.
So if you didn't know about Lighthouse School before you got here this morning, I'm sure you know something about it by now from the other sessions you've been in. It is sponsored by the Georgia Middle School Association, and Waycross Middle, we're active members of the association. The annual conference is in Savannah in February each year, and 12 to 15 teachers go usually. And we've had faculty presentations nearly every year for the last 5 or 6 years. Teachers bring things to the meeting, do their presentations, but what we take back home from the presentations is far greater than what we bring to the meetings. One of the things that happened at the conference is that's how we found out about Lighthouse Schools, and our teachers found out about it. And the interest was there because the presenters from Lighthouse Schools really did a fantastic job with their presentations, and they had these little lighthouses on their shirts, and that was really cool, and so the teachers were interested in that. So if your school's not actively participating in the Middle School Association, we strongly encourage you to, because they've been great for us.
Anyone ever been to Savannah to the Georgia Middle School Conference?
We're a Lighthouse School, college serving members, school district, and we were actually, I presented that over.
What school were you at?
Rising Star.
Yeah, all right. If you've never been to the middle school conference, and I know it's in Savannah, and I know it's a long ways, but I have to come here to the Gale conference every winter, so I understand your pain, but it's really worth your time. And it's teachers helping teachers. It's not principals up there telling you what to do, it's teachers. That's what I like about it. You're working with your peers, and they're sharing, it's that true collaboration going on. And it's really good. Our teachers always learn. Like Sonia said, they learn more than we take, and that's really good. Leadership style. How do you lead? And I'm not talking to just the principal in the room. You lead your classroom. What do you do every day? How do you lead? Who's on your leadership team? Let me back up. How do you lead? What is the perception, in your case, of your faculty? How do you lead? What is the perception of your students and how do you lead? It may be one and the same, it may not be. The perception that you have of your leadership style may be different than of your troops out there really working, may be different. And they need to be matched. They really need to match. How do you find out? We do a thing called good, bad, and ugly. And it hurts my feelings every year. We do it twice a year. We do it in December, and then we do it near the end of the year, in May. And our instructional coach does this for us, Lonnie. She gives out a survey, basically. It's really not a survey. It's a sheet of paper, good, bad, and ugly. And the teachers write down everything that's good, everything that's bad, and everything that's ugly. And then Lonnie compiles this list, and she types it up so I can't figure out who wrote what, and junk time, because I really don't want to know who wrote it. And if you write it, if I only see it one time, we strike it. It's not a big deal. But if something is written 3 or more times, it gets our attention, and we act on it. If you do that and you don't act on it, then don't do it. But to do it and act on it, because your teachers are telling you, Dixon, we don't like this. Well, this is okay, but we'd like to see it tweaked by whatever. Well, this is great. Let's rock on. That's a very good tool, and that's really helped our culture. If you got a problem with me and you're a teacher, then you tell her she gonna help you. She ain't gonna help you. She's just gonna go tell somebody else, and then you got a mess on your hands. Has that ever happened at your school?
Never.
No. But if you come to me and say, Dixon, look, you told me I couldn't park in 28. That's been my parking spot for 8 years. What's up with that? I didn't realize that. Let me go make this other teacher mad, but I'm going to give you your spot back. But my point is, now, I'm able to fix it where your colleagues not. And the folks you go to church with, they can't fix it for sure. And if you want to keep it positive, and you do, because we're getting blasted, all the time anyway. Let's don't blast each other. And that's sort of